Rivals has 37 different weapons, and I'm going to explain them all in 3 minutes and 51 seconds, with our first category being Hitscan weapons. A Hitscan weapon has no travel time, which means that when you click your mouse, the bullet hits your enemy. The assault rifle is a full auto weapon that has 20 bullets and 5 clips. It does 3 to 13 damage depending on range and is a great weapon to rush in with. The burst rifle has a 3-round burst that has 21 bullets per clip, dealing about 20 to 5 damage depending on range. The energy rifle has an infinite clip, which makes it amazing to spam. This weapon is all about bouncing your bullets off the wall and into your enemies. For the price though, I wouldn't recommend it. The minigun. The minigun has 300 bullets and is full auto. If you try to move while shooting the minigun, well, you can't. The paintball gun. It has 16 bullets per clip. It shoots slower than most full auto guns, making it easier to aim, but it doesn't have a headshot multiplier, so it's a bit weird. The crossbow. It has 31 bolts and does a maximum of 75 damage. I think it's one of the only weapons in the game that is mobile only. The sniper. The sniper has 5 bullets per clip, and it's one of 2 weapons in Rivals that can actually one-shot. It's absolutely insane when you pair it with auto shoot and auto aim. The shotgun. It's a pump action weapon with 7 shells per clip. This gun actually shoots out 8 different pellets instead of 1 bullet. Each of these 8 pellets doing 10 damage. The energy pistols. They have an infinite clip and are full auto. They don't do that much damage, but they're still pretty fun to use. The exo gun. It has 6 bullets and an insanely fast reload time. It's the only hitscan weapon to have splash damage and is insanely spammable. The handgun. It has 15 bullets per clip and is semi-automatic. You can also shoot this gun really fast. The revolver. It has 6 shots and does 8 to 30 damage depending on range. And if you right click, it turns a full auto. The shorty. It has 2 shots and plays the exact same as a shotgun. The Uzi. This is literally just the energy pistols. Go back to the time stamp because we gotta keep going. Projectiles. This just means that the object the weapon shoots has a travel time and doesn't hit your opponent immediately. The bow. It has 31 arrows and can do anywhere between 40 to 120 damage. It's also the only primary with a double jump. The grenade launcher. It has 6 charges per clip and is usually used as a movement item for people that use the revolver or the knife. Otherwise, it's pretty difficult to aim and it only does 35 or 100 damage. The RPG. It has 15 rockets and it's only a little easier to use than the grenade launcher. The flamethrower. It has 100 gas charges that recharge infinitely and an airburst ability that gives you movement as well as destroying smokes. The daggers. The daggers have 62 charges and does 20 damage per dagger. It's also one of the other weapons you can double jump with, and it gives you the largest passive movement speed out of all the weapons in the game. The flare gun. It has 2 shots and does burn damage. The flashbang. It has 2 charges and blinds anyone that looks at it when it explodes. The freeze ray. It has 1 charge and it's the only weapon in the game that immobilizes your opponent. The grenade. It has 1 charge that resets every 30 seconds. It can be used for movement, but it's also really good for damage. The Molotov. It has 1 charge that resets every 30 seconds. Only used for damage, huh? The satchels. They have 3 charges and it does insane damage. They're pretty okay for movement too. The smoke grenade. It has 3 charges and can be used to make 3 small smoke circles or 1 large one. If you're on fire, it puts it out too. The slingshot. It has 75 shots and does 7 damage. All of the bullets bounce and do the same damage when they hit you. The subspace trip mine. It has 2 charges and is basically a one-shot if someone steps on it, and it's pretty good for movement. Moving on to the melees. A melee is any weapon or utility that doesn't shoot anything. The battle axe. This is a damage-focused melee that you can dash with every 0.7 seconds. The chainsaw. It has 100 gas that recharges as long as you give it time. It gives you a 75% speed boost when you use its ability. The fist. This is another movement-focused melee that has a double jump as well. The katana. A defensive melee weapon that can deflect most hitscan weapons, except for the exogun. The knife. A damage-focused melee with an ability to one-shot an opponent with a backstab. The riot shield. It's a defensive melee that can block most primary and secondary weapons, except for the exogun, RPG, grenade launcher, and the flare gun. The scythe. It's a movement-based item that allows the user to dash through the air every 4 seconds. The medkit. You can quick heal for 30 HP or 75 HP if you wait a little bit. And finally, the warhorn. A movement item that boosts you and your teammates' movement by 35% for 5 seconds, every 45 seconds.